Hello everyone, thanks for stopping by today's video. I appreciate you. This has been the most stressful project of my entire life. This shower took an entire month to replace. This previous shower has been causing us problems such as mold, floor damage, it's been leaking, the wall, the liner was not put in correctly as you'll see when we're removing it, and it was just a very hard project to do since we are beginners and we've never done anything like this before, but I think it came out wonderfully. So stay tuned for the end. It's definitely worth it because this transformation is everything. So as you can see here, whoever installed this shower liner just put the smallest amount of adhesive and slapped it in there, which caused a lot of water to fall behind the shower. And it didn't cause as much mold as we thought, but thankfully it didn't. But it was just absolutely baffling that this was put in this way. So first we just took down these walls here and completely ripped out the shower so that we could start fixing any problems that this shower caused. So we ended up needing to cut a big hole in our floor to get rid of all of that damaged wood and to be able to replace it with better wood for our new shower, as well as to get under the house better to jack up our floor and make it level again. So it was a huge process. I'm thankful we had my uncle to really guide us through it. We also removed the previous flooring, which you can see looks like there's mold under it, but it's actually just the adhesive from the previous flooring. So we are completely replacing the flooring in this bathroom as well, and I didn't know until later on, like about a few days into this project, we decided to also paint the walls in the bathroom. So it's almost an entire bathroom change, and I'm very excited about it, but it was quite the process, and I don't think I would ever do it again. I don't know. So since the floor needed to be raised and the boards for the floor had to be cut out, there wasn't much I could do at this point. So I really focused on painting this hallway and getting it looking better. So we kind of did a whole remodel of the hallway and the bathroom, which was really nice, but kind of unexpected. I only expected to do the flooring throughout the hallway and the bathroom since it was super old and outdated and it just didn't look good. But we also decided to paint, so I focused on that while the guys focused on all the stuff I couldn't help with. During this project, you guys, I had to get a hotel for my son in the first stages because of all the debris in the air, and I just didn't want him to step on something that could hurt him or anything like that. So we got to get a hotel, and he stayed with his nana for a few days prior to that. We didn't have water for 2 weeks. Our house was absolutely trashed because we had all our supplies scattered throughout the house. And it's been terrible. I started this project with 12 weeks left until my baby comes, and now recording this voiceover, I only have 6 weeks left. So it's been really rough on my mental health. My nesting has been going insane. I feel overwhelmed and like there's too much to do, and I focused all my time on this shower, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. The end result is amazing. We've been able to use the shower a few days before this video goes out, and it's just been really wonderful and such a blessing that we were able to execute this. Alright, so it's been a few days. Don't mind the mess, but we've got a lot of the tile in the hallway done. We've just got a bunch of things weighing down the tiles to help with the adhesive. I finished painting the walls in here, and now today we're working on the bathroom. So the bathroom is mostly painted. There's just a few little things of trim to do. And then today my brother and I are working on putting the concrete board for the shower up. So here's what we've got going. We put in the floor, and the drain is under that box. We just don't want the cat to get under there. And we built our bench, and so we've got the shower curb. So we just got to put the walls up and put in the floor, and then put on the membrane with thin set, and then we have to let that dry for 24 hours. Then we tile, let that dry for 24 hours, then grout. And then we have to wait 7 days before we can use our shower. But I am just so ready for this to be done. I think it's going to be so nice. This will be the nicest shower we've ever taken in this house because it's just fancier and actually doesn't leak and it's clean. So I'm excited. Then we've got to tile the floor and all the finishing touches and then put our house together because our house is a disaster because of just everything that's been going on. We haven't been able to use our kitchen or anything because we don't have any water. So it's been quite the process, but I'm just excited for it to be done and over with and then finally see what the finished product looks like. You guys, when I say we kept running into problem after problem, I mean it. This concrete board took us, I think in total, like 3 days. We kept breaking the boards and having problems with cutting them because we did not have the right tools, and I should have done more research, but hey, I'm a beginner and I'm trying to do it the best I can. So if you guys see anywhere we might have made a mistake, don't worry, we fixed it. I might not have filmed it, but like I said, this video is filmed super choppy, and it's because we were so focused on getting it done. At this point, it was just too long, so we were just over it. So the concrete board, like I said, took 2 to 3 days. The membrane itself took, I want to say 4 days because we kept running out of membrane and had to run to the nearest hardware shop, which is either 45 minutes away or an hour away or an hour and a half away. And so, man, oh man, was it a project. Putting the tile on, I think, took about 2 weeks because we just kept breaking tile. We eventually asked our uncle to borrow his tile saw. We had to keep getting parts for that. We kept having all these problems. We did not do it the easiest way. We really made it harder on ourselves, but it's done, and that's what I'm thankful for. I know that a lot of you guys are going to be watching us and just completely confused. Keep in mind as well that the walls are not plumb whatsoever. Nothing is even. Everything is crooked, and so it was just really hard to finish. We did it though, and I'm very proud of us, and we don't have to look back. Nothing is wrong. Our shower passed the flood test where you, after putting the membrane on, you let it dry for 24 hours and then you fill the bottom of the pan with a few inches of water and wait 24 hours to see if it drained at all, and it didn't. So it's waterproof. Everything's good. It's just it became overwhelming, and we definitely learned a lot along the way. So like I said, I'm not sure if I'll ever do this again. Maybe if I have a fixer-upper home one day, I will do this. But I'm going to make sure I have all the tools I need first. So now I know, and we're learning, but I'm just thankful it's over because we were really having a really hard time. My brother and I did most of the tiling and the thin set and just putting the concrete wall in, and over time I was in so much pain and had to pay my chiropractor extra so that she could adjust me and help me out. So finally done. I can now just relax in the shower. I'm going to be living in the shower, you guys, for the rest of my pregnancy. All right, so we got the concrete board on and all of the joint tape. So basically now my husband and I are going to do the membrane. We got to mix the thin set and then put the membrane in about 2 inches overlapping or more, but we're gonna probably just do 2 inches, and then we gotta let that sit for 24 hours. We were gonna do the pan, but my brother knows most about the installing the PVC, so we're gonna wait. He went to bed, so it's like 11 p.m. So we're gonna wait for him on that, but we'll install all the walls and all of the seams and all of that. Okay, so a lot happened. I was in the flow of getting things done, so I didn't film, but I got the membrane all the way around. So now we just need to install the floor and the curb, and then I need to finish. You can see I've been putting thin set around the seams, and I need to finish it on this wall and everything. So still a little bit of work to do, or quite a bit of work to do, but we're getting there, and that's what matters. I'm excited. I'm just ready to take a shower in our new shower in about a little over a week. So that's what the update is, and next I'm going to have my brother help me put in the floor. So here in this clip you could see that we already put the pan in and we already installed the drain, connected it to the PVC, and so we were focusing on putting in the curb and making sure that if any water got on the curb, it would flow inwards into the shower. And it's all to where it'll flow into the shower and everything looks good. We were at this point and we were thinking that we would be done very soon. Little did we know it would take 2 weeks to get the tiles done. Like I said, we had to make multiple trips to hardware stores. We did a lot of this at night because keep in mind I do have a toddler, and so doing it in the evening and at night is easier because he's either sleeping or can have someone watch him and put him to bed. So a lot of the times when we realized we didn't have any more, or we didn't have the right tools for the tile or anything like that, it was the hardware store was closed. So oh my gosh, I wish I could just tell you guys or express how frustrated we ended up getting with this project. So here, as you can see, I'm just adding the membrane in the corners and along the seams just to make sure that it is waterproof. And so I was just working on this, and then shortly after this was dried, which was 24 hours, we did the flood test and it passed, and we were so thankful that nothing wrong happened with that. So then we moved on to tiling. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Kiwi, and typically I do cleaning videos and homemaking videos, but this is a big video that I was excited to film and I'm very excited to put out. So welcome, subscribe if you want to see more cleaning content, and I have a baby coming soon, so I have lots of preparing to do, so stay tuned for all of those videos coming up. Alright, so these clips are after the flood test and after we let it dry for about 24 hours. Man, you guys, I should have really planned ahead and cut the edges of the tile, or just really thought about what I was doing. This ended up being really hard because those tiny little pieces on the edges were hard to cut out, and so if I could go back in time, I would have planned it better, but it worked and it came together. But my advice to you guys, learning from my mistakes, is do extra research. I spent a really long time doing research on this, and we still were not prepared enough at all. And so I would recommend just seriously thinking about anything you possibly can and doing as much research as you possibly can in order to tackle something like this. Like I said, clearly we don't know what we're doing and we're beginners. We've never done anything like this. We've never been super handy in this kind of way. And so it was such a huge experience that we knew nothing about. So definitely do your research if you're going to do a DIY project like this. I thought I did enough, but always do more than enough. Do all the extra research you can. Also, the problem with this flooring that I did, there ended up being tons of thin set in between the tiles, so I had to spend hours and hours and hours scraping up that thin set and before I could grout. So it ended up just being a really hard project. Make sure you have a tile saw because had just a scaler and just a normal tile cutter as well as tile nippers, and it just wasn't enough. So do your research. Make sure you put enough thin set on as well, because you could see on the bottom of that wall one of the tiles came out, so we had to completely redo that part. So we learned a lot, but I'm glad that we did it. I really am glad we learned everything we did about this. Now, finally, after 2 weeks, we were able to grout. This took about 2 days in total. I think it was the easiest part, honestly. The hardest part was cleaning it up. If you don't clean it up fast enough, it gets pretty stuck on there, and we were going pretty fast. So whoever was washing wasn't able to keep up. So first my husband was washing the tiles, and then I was washing the tiles, and I wasn't able to keep up, and there was a lot that we had to sit down and scrape off, but it came out really well. I would say go at a 45-degree angle to push it into the cracks. That's how we did it, and it came out beautifully. I'm really happy that we went with black grout. I think it looks amazing, and we're just very excited. It looks a little crooked. You could tell it's a little crooked because the walls are crooked, but it's a functional shower, and I am very blessed that we were able to do this. So I'm happy, and that's all that matters, that after all this time, we're all happy with our shower. So after doing the grouting, which you'll see me grout the floor next, we had to install the door, which was a very lengthy process, but honestly, it was worth it. Like, it was one of those processes where you're almost done and you don't care how long it's going to take because you know it's one of the final steps. So we had to end up cutting the bottom and top rail, which is to be expected in order for the door to fit. And we used a hacksaw on it. I would recommend a circular saw for that process. But we got it done. It looks really good. It was very nerve-wracking because it is an all-glass door. So we were nervous installing it, but we put it in. It wasn't as hard as we thought it would be, and the instructions were very helpful. I can try to remember to add any links from Amazon. Amazon will be affiliate links. I will link this membrane and pan kit as well as any other things I got from Amazon, and then I can add the links to the things we got from Lowe's as well, which won't be affiliate links. So here's how the floor was looking, and here's how it looks with the door in. We were still working on some things, such as adding the handle for the water and adding the shower head, but I was very excited at this point because it just meant we had only a few days left until we could use the shower. So I got super eager and I ended up installing these shelves, which are really nice. I really like this brand. I will link it down below. It's an affiliate link, so any purchases made through that link will give me a little bit extra income, but I really recommend it. I did have to take the stickers off like 2 or 3 times to adjust them and make sure they were level, or to move these ones around. We ended up moving these to completely different spots, and they stay really well. We've been using the shower for a few days, and I love it. I really love this set. I also got this squeegee so that would be easy cleaning. And you guys know I am so excited to clean this shower for you guys. I'm just very excited to have this new shower. Here we are finishing up the silicone, and then we added in the shower head, and the handle and everything looks amazing. So here's how it looks with the shower handle in and the shower head, and next will be the before and afters of the whole project. As you can see, the bathroom itself still has a little bit of work that needs to be done, but I was just too eager to show you guys how this shower came out. We are very excited, and I will show the progress in the rest of the bathroom and finishing everything up in future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed this transformation. If you don't remember what my bathroom looked like before, here is a before from a previous video, and I think the transformation is absolutely breathtaking, and I feel super blessed that we were able to get it done. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope it was worth the wait. I know you guys waited for a really long time for me to get this out, and I appreciate you all. I will see you in the next videos coming up in the next few weeks. I've got lots of baby prep coming up. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.